Let's try this one more time today. Hopefully no rude people. No gibberish. Just conversation I can understand. Here's hoping. I'm not sure why I'm doing this. I was hoping their lines would erase better. Hello, King Vaughn. Hello, disabled. Not disabled. Lobotomy. What up, Tron, Sky, Mizuki, the Crazy Crack. A lot of sudden people. Today, I thought, why not draw? Because so many people like Hati, but no one knows that Hati actually has a daughter. So I thought, why not draw Luna today? Did a rough sketch of her. And I really hope you guys will enjoy. I haven't had that great of a day so far, so I'm trying something new. Is that an OC? Yes, it is. This is Hati's daughter. This is Luna. Luna is a very special character. Why not? Just rude people. People ditching me when there's plans. People talking smack behind me. Talking smack about me in my server. I don't really know if I want a Discord server anymore. Doesn't stop people there from being mean to me as well. You have a server? I do have a server. I have a Discord server. I've said that many times, King Vaughn. Hello, Ginger. Who is this? This is Luna. What up, Chick? Chicky, it's the toy. Okay, cool kid. That's weird. What happened to your mic last stream? It cut out. And that wasn't last stream. That was a few streams ago. I really haven't been having that great of a day. Aside from issues with everything, people being mean to me in my own server. I don't know. I'm not in a very great place right now. She looks like Hati. She is Hati's daughter. It will get better. I'm not too sure about that. Anyway, Luna is a very simple character. However, she's very important. She is a very special character. Little did Hati know that she would give birth to one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and that is Luna. Now, Luna is not a bad guy. She's actually not, she's not a bad guy. She just tries to live her life. She's a finger painter. She just wants life to be good. But she is one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. That, and there are 3 others. They didn't really ask to be this way. They were just born into it. Luna was not even the original horseman of what she's supposed to be. Hello, Aji. Would you tell more lore? I will tell you a bit more. Think of her personality as like a Hello Kitty girl. She's very uptight sometimes. And she isn't really at first accepting of what she is. She just wants to be normal. But being a horseman, that's impossible. She grows to accept that at some point. That she's never going to get the chance to have a regular life. It slowly comes to her that she's going to have to help everyone else way more than they're going to help her. And that she could die for it, too. She doesn't want to do that at first. Luna goes through a lot. She witnesses a lot of things happen. A lot of people that she grew up around die. Her father is killed. Her mother goes on a spiral out of control as she loses herself to it. It's okay, Mizuki. At least you stopped by to say hi. Luna doesn't even really dress all seriously, even though Hati would like her to dress more formally. Luna likes to dress in interesting ways at first. To Hati's dismay, and as you guys know, Hati likes to wear a suit. She likes to dress formally. Luna doesn't really agree with that. Her younger siblings dress formally, but she doesn't like that. She thinks dressing in a suit is for business people, and she doesn't like business people. She likes painting and partying. None of that. Taxes and stuff. Which of the 4 horsemen is she? She would be Fury. Now, each of the horsemen are in control of two things: dark and light, life and death, the sun and the moon. And fuck me, I just was about to say it. Life and death, sun, moon, light and dark. And ice and fire, Ragnarok. Each of the four horsemen didn't really expect to be a horseman. When they were born under very special circumstances. Circumstances that can never be met hardly again. Luna is a very interesting case, though, as the horsemen were born a long, long time ago. Back during an age where the gods waged war with each other. And Eden and the Madness Cult were very powerful figures. There was a time where there were all four of them. 3 of them were kept in a stasis, though, as fear if that all 4 of them were awake at the same time, the apocalypse would start. As they were the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, is what they were led to be believed. Well, one was kept awake, and that was Sun and Moon, the one of the Sun and Moon, Fury. She kept the peace for a while. However, Eden eventually ran her down to the dirt. Killed her. She was even part of the Aesir at some point. So then there were only 3 horsemen. Well, things have to correct themselves. You see, there have to be 4 horsemen alive at some point. Does Hati have any other kids? Yes, she has eventually 2 twins, which I will get into at another time. Their names are Artemis and Apollo. They're both wolves. Now, Luna here isn't exactly a wolf, if you can't tell. Being a horseman of the apocalypse, she got a very unique look to her. She is more like a fox. You can still see some of the wolf features in her, but she is more of a fox than anything. I will get into Apollo and Artemis another time. But Luna is that correction. She's born from Hati and her husband Axel. Axel was gifted with a very powerful ability of the sun, while Hati is born of the blood moon. And that remedied something. The circumstances were met, and Luna was born. She has orange fur, orange and white fur. Her eyes are both different colors. She has heterochromia. And on times of the blood moon, one of her eyes will turn red. Her gray eye. She doesn't turn hostile like Hati does on a blood moon. She does try to help her mom, though, through her hardships. She tries to connect with people around her, but she can't... She can't stop them from dying around her. Eventually, she's scared to make a connection with anyone. And in her world, you can't really blame her. Eden takes so much, and she really grows to just have a disdain for it. Her weaponry is very interesting. She doesn't brandish a spear or axe like her parents do. She brands a paintbrush. Just her way of going about things. I like the art style, thank you. Why is she so revealing? Because that's her style. Her mom, Hati, though, doesn't approve. Hati doesn't really approve with anything that Luna does in her 20s. Hati always tells her, dress nicer. Cover yourself more. Don't be like your Aunt Anuket. Of course, Luna doesn't really care. She doesn't want to be anything. She doesn't want to be this fighter that is read about in books. Can you blame her? Because if you were told that you were supposed to be something legendary and that you could die doing this and that you were prophesied to die, would you want to do it? I'm going to say probably not. That you'd be right in her shoes and that you wouldn't want to be this person. Because it's scary. Being told that you may become so powerful, you won't be able to touch other people without hurting them. That scares her. How do you guys think it turned out? And here's a question, though. If you were in her shoes, in a world where you shouldn't really get attached to people, and you're told that you'll be something of legend, that you have to be, wouldn't you feel the same? Luna eventually does wear more different clothing, but this is kind of what she's like in her 20s. It's when she begins to get older that she starts to take life a bit more seriously. Realizing that she really can't avoid what is supposed to be her fate, her destiny. She tries to argue against it, but you really can't fight destiny. That's kind of what Luna is supposed to be. I have a few drawings of Luna I have the one that I use for reference for this. She's just kind of at the mall. That's what this drawing is supposed to be. I have some other ones planned. Some really sad ones. And ones that won't make quite sense to some people. Luna doesn't ever get with anyone. She never finds love. She's scared of it. Scared that she might not be able to protect that person if that happens. So she never chases after it, thinking it's just a waste of time. She doesn't smoke either. Zoe smokes, but she doesn't. That's a fucking spider. That's the second spider I've seen while doing a drawing stream. Just gonna... Ew. That's gross. That's a lot of blood. That's crazy, cool kid. That's crazy. Another spider? Yeah. That's Luna, though. She kind of resembles Hati. If you were to see her father, though, you'd also see some of the resemblance there. Maybe I'll draw Axel sometime. I think you guys will like Axel. If any of you have heard Kraven the Hunter, that's who I use as reference. My original concept of Luna was so much different. What's my favorite OC I've drawn? Probably Balder, the one I've drawn. Like, I think his drawing turned out the best, but I had to say my second best is definitely Hati. Those two have been characters I have tried to design for so long and have never been able to land on one. Everyone else has been so easy. But these two of Balder and Hati have been a journey for me. Can we see them both? I don't have Balder drawn yet, but I should draw him for a stream. I think that would be fun. Can you draw Hati? I actually was going to compare Hati here with... Here is Hati, real quick. This is just a reference. This is not shaded or anything like that. But, Hati here, as you can see, she likes to dress in a formal wear. She likes to be fancy. Or at least presentable, is what she says. Luna doesn't really dress like that. She likes to be unique, per se. She dresses like her generation. She's a bit of a punk at first. My cat's name is Luna? That's sweet. I like your art style. It's really nice to hear. I really need to hear some compliments. I've had so much rude shit be said to me in this today. I really, I'm really in a bad spot. You know, it's one thing for people to say some random people, but when it's people that you think you can trust, you know, people that say they're your fans, and then they get into your Discord, and all they do on your server is just talk behind your back about you. It's not a good feeling. It really isn't. This one took a while. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to draw. And eventually I just started to make some shapes, and I realized I was going to draw Luna. And I pulled out a reference, and I just went with it. So I should draw Luna in a bit more formal attire. Maybe an older Luna. I would say in this drawing, she's like maybe 23, 25 almost. In that range. My original design of Luna was so much different than this. Way different. Have you ever drawn Hati with Luna? I had planned to. I have maybe even planned to include Artemis in there as well. I just haven't have any good references. The different one would have been better. Maybe draw her whole family. I'm getting to that point. I just need more. I just need to figure out what I want Artemis and Apollo to look like. No. Okay, so I feel like I need to explain. So Luna here is an oddball of a character. See, her mom, Hati, is like this formal business attire lady, and she kind of is that kind of mom that's always like, you need to wear more. She's the kind of mom that when the little kid goes to walk out during the winter, she pulls him back in, and suddenly when they walk out, they're covered in jackets, scarves, and gloves. Luna, though, doesn't really believe in any of that. Her whole character is supposed to explore destiny and what that means for somebody like her specifically. Luna is a horseman, one of the horsemen of the apocalypse. Like, protected. Yeah, Hati's a bit overprotective. Especially after Axel dies. Luna doesn't really want to take things seriously anymore. She doesn't think there's a point. Because, in the end, the bad guys are going to win. That's what she thinks. No matter how many of them they take down, there just seems to be more. I've done 2 streams today, and they've both gone horrible. My first drawing stream I did today, I got nothing but insults and insults and insults. I got people telling me to shut up so they could talk to each other. And then I did a gaming stream, and the same thing happened. I've had people on multiple occasions today telling me that I should kill myself. I've had some people say some very personal things to me as well that I'm not going to get into. Why am I not doing any more PvZ Master streams? I just am taking a bit of a break from the game. I also don't have any characters that are... Basically, I don't have any characters that meet the requirements for a level 1 to Master stream. Because most of my characters are either do not meet the requirements, or I just simply don't want to play. Because, like, they're bad. Like, I don't want to play any of the Colonel Corn characters because, like, Colonel Corn kind of sucks. He's, like, super slow, and it wouldn't be fun to watch. Because we'd be there for, like, 8 hours, and I don't want to do that for 8 hours. And I don't want to do a character back-to-back. Like, I played a Sunflower last stream when I did that. I don't want to play another Sunflower back-to-back. You get what I'm saying? Hati sounds like a good mom. She is a good mom. She is always bickering with Luna about everything. Who the hell tells a random streamer to kill themselves? I don't know. It happens a lot, actually. A lot more than you guys think. I have a thing that hides a lot of messages. So, like, if somebody says something like, fuck you, to somebody else, it'll hide it because it senses the bad word or a word that I want it to specifically catch. And one of the words that it catches is KYS or kill yourself in that order. Or just the word kill. Any mods? No, I don't think so. This would be my this actually would be my 5th stream without mods. I don't know where all of them have gone. You know, I really could have used some of them because I have to read those messages now. And I read a lot of rude stuff. People are insane. Stuff like that isn't okay. It just happens. It just happens. I guess I do something to deserve it. Who is this? It's Luna. Her name's right here. I will show Hati one more time, so that way people can compare the two. I have a question. If Hati is less... Why is her dot? I think I literally had just explained it. She's a very special person. Also, Hati wears tighter clothing. Like, that's like one thing that a lot of people question. Because in one drawing, she appears to be bigger. Hati wears really tight clothing for her. That's fucking disgusting. What? What's disgusting? Does she have a backstory? She was born into a world that she was definitely not ready for. The world of agony is not a very kind one, especially when you're born as a horseman of the apocalypse. She does not like the idea that she will lead people either into the apocalypse or out of it. If you want, I already have the max limit of mods, but today I'm gonna go through and look at my mods, and I'm gonna try and message them because they aren't doing what they should be doing. I've had 5 streams now where not a single one of them has bothered to check up, and it disgusts me. Because I'm trusting these people to just get rid of the haters. But that doesn't seem to work. Here is Hati real quick. Here's a reference sheet of her. It's not colored or anything like that. Just a base reference sheet. So that way I can see all the lines I need to do and everything like that if I draw her again. I know my mods. I know one of them, especially personally. Are you talking to yourself? Maybe I am. You should give her a weapon. Luna doesn't actually use a weapon. Not for a very long time. She uses a paintbrush, actually. If you have the max amount of mods, there should be no way all of them are busy at this time. Yeah, I don't know. Because right now it says I can only have 5. Maybe I can have more. I haven't checked. I was just trusting that 5 should be enough as well. But I guess not. When I was streaming GTA earlier, some people brought up that, and I didn't read their comments, but I read them, but I didn't say them aloud. Some people said it sounded like I was on the verge of crying, and I was. I read some really rude stuff, some stuff that struck me very personally. But I am the streamer. I am taking the risk streaming for you guys. So, I say just let them be rude to me. Because they themselves live a sad life, I guess. And they just need somebody to hate on. I already hate myself enough to not care anymore. Is that a pen glove? Yeah. But, like, even now, I actually just got a message not too long ago from Ju. That is not something I can read. JW Ju. I'm EXD. Julie. Can't even read this message. It's a hidden message. And one of the things it says is that you are a disgusting person. It's a lovely thing to read from somebody. Somebody I don't know. And the first thing that they say to me is that I am a disgusting person. Maybe I am. And I guess I just don't see it. I've never met this person before, but the first thing they need to say to me is that. So I've done something wrong. And maybe I'm getting the feeling that I shouldn't stream anymore. But I'm used to it. When I was in school, people insulted me on some occasion. I've never been somebody that people particularly like, I guess. They don't even have to know me, I guess, and they just decide they don't like me. Make sure all these lines are very crisp. I like crisp lines, so you can see the definition in between the shades and stuff like that. You're one of my favorite YouTubers. Thanks. I needed to hear that. I don't know anymore. I know it for some people, it doesn't seem that way, but I like to think that I'm a human being and that I deserve at least some decency when being talked to. I guess I don't really have that privilege. but if you don't like it, souls, just go away. But why do you have to sit here and insult me? You're like dodging around it. If you're gonna insult somebody, just fucking say it. You don't need to sit there and make them feel bad, dude. You fucking prick. I think it's more rude dodging around the insult than just saying it. That's what's more upsetting. I don't get it. I like it though. Well, then what was with the messages? My eyes, all this stuff. Like, it sounded like he just. I don't know, man. Maybe next time you go into somebody's live, just word it a bit differently. Love the art, thanks. How do you draw so good? It's years of practice. He mentioned you used the wrong emoji. Okay. I'm not really sure what good this will do, but for those of you who want to chat with me and maybe potentially play games with me in my gaming streams, I have a Discord that you can talk to me on. I have a Discord server linked in one of my community posts. You can go check it out there, and maybe we can chat together. You can ask me more lore questions there. You can share your art. I can even rate it too. Other people can see your art. Just have a good time there, and if you're feeling just like everyone else on that server, apparently, you can talk shit to me to my face and behind my back, and I'm not allowed to say anything about it because I'm the streamer. So hey, Burst, the reason why your messages don't go through is because you're trying to like spam just a bunch of random letters. I didn't really want to hurt you, sorry. Well, I guess apology accepted, but it's only a matter of time before somebody else comes in here and says something. I haven't had a great day. And I'm trying one more time today to just enjoy myself. Luna, surprisingly, is not much of a hugger. She doesn't like building any sort of attachment towards people because she knows one day they're going to die. And she feels like it'll be her fault that she can't protect them. Because while she doesn't want to be this horseman of the apocalypse, she also feels like with all that power, she should be able to protect people. But you really can't protect everyone all at once. That's just her as a character. See you, Mizuki. Thank you for tuning in. It means a lot that you took the time of your day to tune in. And thank you for all the kind messages. Because I really needed those. Thank you, Morales. Thank you for the insult. If I may ask, are they a furry? They are a beastman. I'm not sure who Morales is, but thanks for the insult, buddy. I don't get people. Beastmen are technically like humans. Basically, think of a dog that learned to walk on its hind legs. Or more like a wolf that learned to communicate and basically got opposable thumbs. Just think of them like that or something like that. People say those all the time. You just don't see the messages. Trust me. I just don't show them. Because they'll say something really hateful to me, and I just roll with it. No, a lot of the characters in the show, in Agony, don't really have back pain. It would be a lot to explain. Like, Hati complains about the size of her chest. She complains about it a lot, that it's just cumbersome and that it gets in the way of a lot of things. Luna's not really one to complain about things, surprisingly. But yeah, some characters in my project Agony do complain about it. There's even a character named Janet who is actually quite thin. She actually complains at the fact that everyone else compared to her is just so much bigger. She feels a bit inadequate sometimes. Maybe I'll draw Janet on stream sometime. You can actually find Janet on my channel. I've drawn her before. Janet is a bit of a fan favorite for some people. Thank you, WDR. Luna is a beastman like Hati? Yeah. Beastmen come from the gods. Because there were some gods that are like beastmen. And eventually that's kind of where they came from. Beastmen, there are 3 different types of beastmen. All of them are predators. You don't really see any herbivores be beastmen. There are wolves who worship the moon. There are the cats that worship the sun. And then there are the bears. Now, there are different subspecies of each, obviously. Like, for example, you have grizzlies, black bears, and polar bear-like beastmen. But you can call me Arana or Taylor. I think Taylor is a good name. But I usually refer to people by their actual like user tags. It's just to keep things from getting confusing for me. But if I remember, I will do so. But yeah, this is Luna. My ideas for Apollo and Artemis is to try and make them look the same, but to make them look different. Apollo is supposed to be a bit more wild, and he's a crazy son of a bitch. And Artemis is supposed to look more put together. Mizuki didn't leave? Oh. That drawing looks so good. I could not do any better than that. Seriously. Hey, Blunter, what do you want, Burst? Yeah, when I was designing, you want to know something? What are you saying, Burst? When I was designing Luna's tail, actually, my first design of Luna looked so much different than this. Luna used to be this really big and like bulky character. She had this really, really big chest. And I mean, her chest was huge. And then she had like the skinnier waist, but she had these really big poofy arms, kind of like this. She had really big fists too that kind of came out like this. And her hips came out really, really far. And I didn't really like it. And then she had this like really tiny head that was like this big. And so her body type kind of looked like that. I don't know how good you can see that. Her body type, though, kind of looks like this up here, where it was like really big, and I didn't like it. And she had this tiny little tail. So eventually, I did away with all of that. I didn't like how it turned out. She also used to be yellow and pink, and I didn't like those colorations. So I say we completely, but my friends didn't really help me with Luna. I actually made Luna's redesign as a surprise for them. And when I redesigned Luna, I made her shorter. And I didn't make her as poofy. You have made me want to continue drawing. That's really nice to hear. What's the easiest way to draw hands? Start with like the palm. Like you start with like the palm of the hand, and then you kind of just like work your way out with the first finger. The index finger is the most important one to place, and then always try to place the thumb. Kind of like that. And then you should be able to place all the other fingers. Now, if you're doing 3 fingers, it's fine. 4 fingers is a little harder. But you should be able to do something like that. But I always start with the palm as like a square. That's what I always do. Like furries, cool, bro. I love it. Thank you. Hello, Jupiter. You like furry? Like, I'm fine with furries. I used to date one. But I have a lot of other characters other than Beastman characters. I have a lot of other characters. Can you give me a shout out? Static. Static JDM. Man, okay, I'm a lesbian, and damn, I love this art. That is a crazy thing to learn about one of your viewers. What's your age range? You know, I didn't answer that. Like, what do you mean my age range? I'm 19. Luna at this point, in this drawing specifically, like, in this term of drawing, because I used another one of my drawings for a reference. In this drawing, she'd be roughly 23 to 25 at this point. She's fine as hell. Okay, Solars. What is this FC? You know, we had a wave of really nice comments, and I feel like now the insults are coming. I've actually already seen a few of them. Somebody, believe it or not, like maybe 5 minutes ago, somebody told me to kill myself, so... 5 minutes ago. I'm not going to say their name because I don't want people to go harassing them, but... Man, I really wish I wasn't having to read all these. But if you got something rude to say, you might as well just fucking say it instead of dancing around the goddamn thing. But fuck you, Dangello. That's all I'm gonna have to say back to you. If you're just gonna come in here and say something rude to me, don't say it to other people, say it to me. If you're gonna be a fucking prick, you might as well wear it with your whole chest. You know what, Dangango, you can suck my fucking nuts, dude. Danglio. You can suck my fucking nuts. Your profile picture is Foxy from FNAF, dude. You're a fucking loser. Be original. Love your art. Thanks. Yeah, see, people like that. He wants to spit some shit. He can spit some shit. Have you heard of art school? You know what? I get that a lot, and I tried really hard to get into art school. I submitted over 65 pieces of my art to art college near me, and they told me that my art was too low quality, and that it looked like it was drawn by maybe a 6-year-old. They told me that I was not putting any effort into my art. So I tried for a year to get into that art school, and they constantly slapped me back in the face too many times, and I quit trying to get in. I would have gone. I wouldn't be doing this then, but they told me that I wasn't good enough. And I don't know. I idolized a lot of the people there, actually. They used to come to my school a lot, and I really did idolize these people. And these people were the same people that would spit back in my face. I'm not very good at drawing anime characters. These are just my OCs. So, yeah, to answer your question, I have tried to get into college. I really did try. Can you draw the rest of it? What do you mean the rest of it? Are you a LGBTQ supporter? Considering I have a lot of characters who are lesbian, I have a gay character. I have a character with an identity crisis that kind of thinks he's like a girl, but he's also not a girl because he likes to act like his dad. Like I think I'd be a very good supporter of that. To me, it's be who you want to be. Just don't force it on other people. Hurts real bad to be told you're not good enough. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I stopped going there because it really did hurt for them to say that to me, and especially because one of them in particular said I had a good chance, and he was also one that insulted me to my face. Are you a furry? Well, according to my friend Chelsea, maybe. She made a fox version of my drawn, like, because Doodle Hunter, I drew him a lot, and she would draw him a lot, but she also made him a fox, so I guess in a weird way, yes. Start your own art community. I actually, I actually do have a Discord you guys can join. In my community post, if you scroll down a little bit, you will find 2 community posts with my Discord link. You can join a channel Discord there, and you can chat, share your art with me, and ask lore questions, all that stuff to my stuff and all that. So you can see more Luna and Hati and plenty of my other characters, like my main character, Red. You can see Balder. You can maybe have a sneak peek at Odin, Emily, Hati's sisters, her brothers. Her older brother is Balder. He's not a beastman. He's actually a completely different species. All of Odin's children are different species. Wait, is your art community free? Yeah, join the channel Discord. The Discord's free. You guys can just join it. I like chatting with you guys. And if you guys have the right console and all that stuff, you may be able to play games with me too. I like to play games with my fans. Yet my fans complain at me all the time. Why don't you play with your fans? I tried to. For 3 hours today, I tried to get some fans from the Discord to play with me, but they didn't want to. And during that stream, I checked Discord and they were talking shit that I wasn't playing with them. So sadly, I'm not allowed on Discord, so I was stuck on your channel. I'm sorry to hear that, but maybe at some point you could join it. I also try to post every day still, even though I don't do daily uploads anymore. Hunter, do you have a Pinterest? Pinterest? What? Blunter, what the hell? Have a good day. I'm leaving the art with fire. For other people who don't bully, say mean things, just support. Thanks, the Dest. Thank you. It means a lot. What do you want, King of Forsaken? It's been a while. I do not have Pinterest. No, that's the first time I've ever heard of that. I'll look into that. I do have an Instagram I just opened up. I don't know what to put there, but it's there. It's also Blunter Boy, so... And it's got an icon of Doodle Hunter on it. Maybe I'll put that in the Discord. Hello, Izzy. Gotta hop off. Sorry about the assholes. Keep drawing, man. Yo, thank you, Kiro. It means a lot that you stayed to tune in. Do you know Demon Slayer? Yes. Yes, I do. My finger hurts from spamming the heart emoji. Don't spam it to the point where your fingers hurt. You guys actually, maybe in the Discord I'll post of what Luna used to look like to compare to what she looks like now. Maybe that'll be some Discord only benefits. Hello, Bridget. If I may ask, why do you give them so... If I may ask, do you give them big breasts because of an art style, or is it just... Okay, so it's kind of... For one, part of this is just me liking this. The other part is it kind of depends on the person themselves. So basically, you can either be born as like a prime or a non-prime. Primes are usually like really big, bulky. Like if you take like a prime male to a non-prime male, a prime guy is like almost 8 feet tall, muscular build and all stuff. And a non-prime is kind of like you or me, a regular person. Primes are usually prime females are a lot curvier, so like that. Also, still really strong, tall. Non-prime females are like the non-prime males. It's that kind of thing. There are differences between the two. Like if you're born a prime, you're not allowed to work certain jobs. You have to work dangerous jobs because you have the strength to do it. You're forced to. So it's not like you get an easy life. They literally are like, actually, the only jobs you can work are things like construction and all that shit. Not a great world to live in, Agony. Thank you, Dedest. That's a good message to read. Thank you. One last thing. Don't think about the people who hate. Just think about who always be their best. Be the best. Thank you. What's the Discord's name? Okay, so you can find my community post. If you go to my community post and my channel page, you should be able to find 2 links to it. Is Luna from a movie? Luna is actually one of my OCs. Got to go love you not in a weird way. Keep drawing. Don't listen to the haters. They're just losers. Be yourself. Thank you, Sky. I will see you later, Sky. I may stream later today. This stream has gone so much better than all my other streams. I've had so many nice comments, and this is something that I really needed. So did you create her? Yes, actually. All my OCs I created, except for a few of them where my friends helped me create them. Or my friends did create them, and they're part of the same project. Agony is more or less my project, but it is also a really close friend of mine, a big friend of mine who is a mod of the channel and who I really need to have a fucking talk with because he's not modding my shit anymore. Him and I have been working on this project for a very long time, and he helps with a lot of the writing. Okay, see you, Sky. What up, Laura? Also, I'm very sorry for what I said some time ago. You're fine. I don't really care anymore. You've made it clear that you're somebody that isn't here to hate. Every time I create an anime character, I always mess it up. It took me a lot of practice to get these. Okay, you guys want to see what I mean by when I always mess shit up? Here. So that way you guys can understand of someone who also messed up a lot of things, and it took a while to get some of these designs down. Let me see. So here is Hati right now, right? This is Hati. In fact, I have a poster of her up on my wall. This is Hati. This design. I've had this design for a while. Gay. Okay, what up, Sebastian? I'm not sure why you need to comment. What's the point of being rude is my question. I really like the staff. Thanks. I don't get the point of coming here and being rude. I don't. I think you should do more of those. Do you draw swords? Occasionally I draw swords. Drawing weapons for me personally is really hard, but I've been trying to get better at it. Okay. I don't get it, man. I mean, your parents must fucking hate you, but alright. See you, Sebastian. No, he's just being a bitch. Kept my promise watching. Yeah, you know, you don't have to tune in. Anyway, but if you guys talk about like, oh, I messed it up or anything like that, This design took me 4 years to get. I've had this design since 2024, and I've been very, very happy with this design of Hati. You guys want to see what she used to look like? And you want to talk about not being able to get something to look at. This is what she used to look like. I thought this was an ugly design. I did not like this design. This design took forever to get rid of because there were so many other iterations of this design where her snout kept getting stubbier, her ears got longer, and eventually I scrapped it all and tried a different one, and I liked this one so much better. She used to look like this, and now she looks like this. 4 years, by the way, of working on this, and eventually I got one. Eventually, I got one that I liked. I can never draw full body OCs. I don't really like drawing feet. Like, I don't like drawing lower. I usually just cut it off right here, but I don't really like drawing feet on a lot of my characters. But I did this one because this one is a full body. Like, it's a full body ref. I had a lot of references for this one. And I really needed the references for this one. Because years. 4 years. The big transformation. Anyway, yeah. So 4 years there, and that's not even bringing up Luna's old design, which also took a year and a half to design. Because the design you're seeing now, she didn't always used to look like that. She looked much, much different. And I mean, when I say much different, she looked like a completely separate character. In fact, if I had kept her design, it could have been a completely separate character. That's how different she looked. I'm not trying to be mean, but the old design, yeah, looked really ugly. I didn't like the old design. I hated the old design of Hati. I was never satisfied with it. She used to look a lot different. And for those in the Discord, I'll share what she used to look like. She used to be huge. This big beast of a character. I didn't like it. What do you think of AI art? It's not real art. Really want to see weapon drawings? Okay, when I lock into the weapon drawing, I really try to make it look good. So maybe I'll do those sometime. What's your Discord? If you go to my community posts and check my community posts out, you will find a link to my Discord server. Just go to my community posts, scroll down a little bit, and you'll find 2 community posts that say something about a Discord, server Discord. You can join it there. I remember Egotistic Universe. It's been a while. It's been a long while. But yeah, I set up the server a few days ago. And so far, people have just been kind of mean to me on there. Yeah. So I only have it in digital because I do all these in digital. So I don't really have any drawings of spiders. I don't like spiders. What type of sketchbook do you use? This is just like a regular sketchbook. The paper is meant for like watercolor and all that stuff. So I don't really know what kind of sketchbook this is. I don't mind spiders. I just don't like drawing them. I don't like desert spiders specifically. Like, I'm fine with a house spider. I'm fine with a black widow. I'm fine with a lot of spiders, but it's the weird looking ones. Like, tarantulas are fine. In fact, you shouldn't be scared of tarantulas. You should be scared of tarantula hawks, dude. Those wasps, eat them alive. They're wasps. Yo, what up, boy? What up, Static? If you, like I said, if you hate if you think tarantulas are scary, what lead thickness do you use? I don't really know. I just use really thin lead, I guess. But if you think like tarantulas are scary, go look up tarantula hawk. Fuck that thing. That is a mean ass wasp that will burrow into your skin, I've heard. I tried using Discord, but it won't work. What do you mean? What up, me creator? What up, Alex the Dragon or Alex Dragons? Says paper wasps. Yeah, fuck paper wasps. I don't get wasps. Like, why are they so damn aggressive? I do not like the Huntsman spider. Can we not talk about spiders? I'm having trouble sending into Discord. Okay. Static, this is only meant for you. My Discord is that guy 2988. Send me a thing and then I will send you an invite straight to the server. That guy 2988, all lowercase. Do not spam me a whole bunch of shit. This is just for static, just so we can get into the Discord. I do this if the Discord link does not work. Bumblebees are chunky bees. Yes, they are. But yeah, static. There's no spaces. It's all lowercase. It's just meant for you. Do not send me friend requests on Discord. Why does Luna look like that? Her mom, mainly, actually. She looks like mainly because her mom. Bumblebees are kind of cute. Though they really should not be able to fly. By all laws of aviation, a bumblebee's wings should not be able to make it fly. But it's the kind of weird world we live in. What up, mobile guest? Can you make a femboy? Actually, I do actually have two femboy characters. Those will be for other streams. This stream was just for Luna. There are actually wingless bumblebees. That's crazy. Took me a hot minute, but I joined the server. Good. Bumblebees are chunky, just like queso. That's crazy. We insulting queso? That's crazy. What do you think about me being a furry? I don't care. Not to be, I'm not saying that to be mean. If you're expecting me to be like, ew, furry, look at what I just drew. I don't care. Be what you want to be. I dated one, for fuck's sake, so. When a bumblebee stings you, it immediately dies. Stinger gets ripped out, and some of its organs end up coming out with the stinger as well. Yeah. Is Luna badass? Okay, well, when she wants to be. For a while, she's kind of just like that one girl in class that eats hot Cheetos, kind of. I guess that's like the best way I can explain her. She's just kind of I like going to the mall and stuff like that and just hanging out with friends. To the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. She literally is one of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. It's because beasts have barbed stingers, I see. Is Luna a bumblebee? No. She's a Wolf. Do you have anything else in your sketchbook? I have plenty of stuff from a whole bunch of other lives. Like, that's what this sketchbook is used for. I'll show those off another time. But that's all I'm gonna be for now. She's not actually anything. Luna doesn't seek companionship because she's scared that they'll end up dying. She does not seek companionship. So she doesn't really have a sexuality. Is my next stream tomorrow? No, it could be later. I stream multiple times a day, but it is getting around that time where I sleep. So maybe, but I may stream later if I'm still awake. Actually, Agony is a not safe for work project. There is, it's not really a not safe for work, it's a not safe for life. There is so much murder. If you can't tell by the name Agony, there is a lot of murder in it, but there also is like not safe for work themes. Is she a mama's girl or a daddy's girl? Well, her dad dies. Game Boy just got hit with so much whiplash probably from hearing that. Her dad dies. I like how she's kind of chunky. She actually doesn't really eat all that much. Her mom, Luna's always like, you should wear more. You know, you shouldn't go out in public like that. You know, her mom's the kind of, you need to wear more than. Do you have a story about her? I do have a story about her. Agony is full of characters. This is just one of them. There's over 100 of them, so. What up, Pookie? You're traumatized? You want to insult me? Go ahead. If you have an insult, say it now. I'll just ban you. So we might as well get one licking, I guess. Agony is just a project of mine. Eventually, she would ditch this outfit, you know, wear more formal stuff like her younger sister, Artemis. Because even Artemis is like, you know, you dress like a skank. And Luna kind of takes her responsibilities a bit more seriously. So. What up, G's, Cooper? But, so I'm not really sure what else to do this stream. I showed off some stuff, but the whole stream is more or less about drawing. What kind of project is Agony? It's like it's meant to be a show. I plan to turn it into a 3D animated show. What time is it for you? It's 2:57. It is 11:57 for me. Where is Luna from? She is my OC. One of my OCs. Pookie, and like any of you that have further questions, check my community, my community posts. You will find a link to a channel Discord there. You can go there and ask me all sorts of questions. I will be happy to answer them. I'll check it out after stream. Because I think you're amazing. Thank you, Burst. I really need to hear that. It's 11:58 for me. Same time here. It's the same time here. See you next stream. Bye. All right, see you, Andrew. There's no point, Mint. There's no point. This stream's gonna end anyway. In fact, actually, I gotta really look at you guys' mods, because I've had 5 streams now over the past like 3 or 4 days where not a single fucking mod has appeared. And I have read a lot of really bad shit. I've had a few people tell me to kill myself. That is not a good thing I should be reading. And I've gone through a bit of rough. I have not had a really great day today. So I'm going to be looking at all of my mods again. Because 3 or 4 days without mods is kind of nuts. Because I feel like at least one of you should be active. But so far, none of you have. I'm not saying you in particular are a bad mod. You've been a great mod. But I would really appreciate if at least one of you could be active during my streams. How many mods do you have? I have 5. So, I've had a lot of insults thrown my way. Not very good mods. They're fine when they do their job. It's okay, man. It's fine. I've been dealing with it for a few days now, so I just really wish that at least one of you would be active. At least if one of you were at least active, it would mean so much more. But I get that you have school and stuff like that, so I'm not mad at you for that. But it just it hurts to have to read some of this stuff. Anyway, I'll say it one more time. If you want to join the channel Discord, you can check my community post. You'll find it there. And, just join international or not? What do you mean? It's my OC. Being insulted for like doing. Yep, that happens a lot. But yeah, you can see my community posts. You can find channel Discord there. You can talk with me more. I'm gonna take a bit of a break. Do mods get paid? I don't make money right now. I would like to pay my mods, but I don't make any money to pay them, so I'm sorry. What's the OC for? A project of mine called Agony. So, Luna and Hati related? Yes. Luna is Hati's daughter. Can we donate in any way? I plan to set up super chats and a Patreon at some point. Probably when my friend comes over, because he's been helping me with a lot of stuff. So I will let you guys know when super chats and the Patreon are available. In fact, I'm thinking of really good rewards for Patreon, like exclusive lore art. If you guys, no wonder she reminds me of Hati. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna see you guys later. I really do thank you for tuning in. I really needed all the nice comments. Most of your streams don't have a lot of viewers, so I'm surprised that I'm not surprised you're not paying your mods. Okay. Anyway, yeah, thank you all for watching. I really needed this. I really needed the nice comments. Because today, I've had 2 streams where people have been extremely rude to me. Inspired to continue drawing yourself. That's really nice to hear. I didn't mean to sound rude. Sorry. It's all right. But I'll be back with a live later. If I'm still awake. I am starting to get to around that time where I go to sleep because my sleep schedule is completely fucked. Aren't all of our sleep schedules fucked? Like, let's be honest, guys. You're awake at 3 a.m. for some reason. Don't lie to yourself. You're awake at 3 a.m. and you sleep until like 4 in the afternoon. For real? Yeah. How old are what? What do you mean you want to eat the art? I don't know. I don't like it when people harass me, but what do I expect? Anyway, I'll be seeing you guys. It was fun. I really thank y'all for the nice comments, and I hope to chat with some of you in Discord. So, how old are you? 19. I will probably be streaming later if I'm awake. That's if I'm awake. So, no guarantees. And when I sleep for like 12 hours. I'm a heavy-ass sleeper. Don't say your age in chat. Anyway, all right, guys. See ya.